Thank you. Thank you so much. I am honored to be here with you today. My name is Carrie Jo Lawrence, and I'm the CEO of the Intertribal Agriculture Council, and I'm also co-chair of the Native Farm Bill Coalition with my friend and colleague, Chairman Cole Miller from the Shakopee Winnemuctin Sioux community. The Native Farm Bill Coalition is a group of more than 170 tribes and tribal organizations who work together to advance tribal priorities on the Farm Bill. This work to support tribal farming and ranching is personal to me. I'm Hadadza. I grew up on a ranch on the Fort Berthold Reservation and now have my own ranch in South Dakota. Every day I see how important tribal agriculture is to feeding our families, stewarding our lands, and driving economic growth and job creation in Indian country. And now, more than any time in recent memory, it is critical for tribes to secure their food sources. While tribal agriculture counts for nearly 80,000 natives as producers and accounts for $6.5 billion in agricultural sales, which is a $3 billion increase in just 5 years. This would not be possible without access to federal and tribal programming offering key support to tribal agricultural economies. I am sure everyone in this room is aware that there are concerns about BIA offices closing. But for tribes and individual producers operating in agriculture, there are similar concerns around USDA offices closing. These offices are lifelines to farm operating and ownership loans, to rural infrastructure development, to natural resources conservation, and more. How can these offices be protected? The Farm Bill. The economic growth of Indian agriculture is due in no small part to the 2018 Farm Bill. The 2018 Farm Bill was truly a watershed moment for tribal producers across more than 60 tribal-specific provisions. The 2018 Farm Bill established pilot 638 programs for tribes to administer FDIPR and forest management programs. It made tribes eligible for more USDA programs and expanded marketing opportunities and more. Well, that was 2018, and now it's 2025. We need a new Farm Bill. We need to secure tribes' rights to administer programming and tribal producers' ability to access the programming. That often makes their operations on tribal lands more feasible, especially if programs are harder to access in the event of the local USDA and BIA office closures. Even before agency downsizing, we know that tribal producers and agribusinesses face unique challenges. Tribal producers must often navigate conflicting, duplicative, or burdensome laws and regulations from not just one federal department, but two, the USDA and the Department of Interior. Without securing tribes participating in agricultural programming, these challenges will persist. USDA programs often have the cost share requirements that are prohibitive for tribal producers. Other times, tribal governments aren't even eligible for a Farm Bill program. Mismanagement and failure to listen to tribal leaders led to the FDIPR warehouse crisis last year and to vulnerable members of the communities going hungry. We need a new Farm Bill to address these and other challenges to growing Indian agriculture, and we need your help. The Native Farm Bill Coalition's strength comes from the dedication and passion of tribal leaders, producers, and other advocates. Your voices are critical, and your voices are being heard. With your support, we made significant progress in the 118th Congress. The House version of the Farm Bill included 46 provisions specific to tribes, and the Senate's Farm Bill included 77. I want to highlight just a few of those wins today. Both the House and Senate Farm Bills introduced last Congress advanced self-determination through expanded 638 authority. For example, both bills made the 638 pilot program for FDIPR permanent. Both bills make 638 authority under the Tribal Forest Protection Act permanent. Provisions in both bills also advance parity for tribal governments. The House bill, for example, makes tribes newly eligible for programs like the Rural Energy Savings Program, the Conservation Reserve Program, soil health programs, and others. Where states, counties, and local governments have a say in programming or can receive federal funding, so should tribes at a minimum. The Native Farm Bill Coalition also helps secure several provisions in both the House and Senate bills that would improve FSA farm loan programs for tribal producers, such as by allowing producers to use farm ownership loans to refinance other debt or by increasing loan limits. I won't go through every single one of our priorities that were included in last year's bills, but I want to acknowledge how far we've come and to thank the many tribal leaders and producers who fought to make these changes. While these bills did not make it across the finish line last year, the inclusion of so many tribal wins puts us in an amazing position to advocate for them in this year's bill and advance tribal parity in every USDA program. We want to build on that progress and the momentum from 2024. We cannot afford to let our foot off the gas pedal. So what can you do? If your tribe or organization is not already a member of the Native Farm Bill Coalition, we want you to become a member. If you are already a member of the NFBC, be active. Be prepared to talk to your members of Congress. If you aren't sure where to start on voicing your Farm Bill interests, reach out to us and we'd be glad to help. We have many resources that would be able to support you. And we will continue to share advocacy resources from our website, position papers, and draft letters for members of Congress for you to adapt to reflect your tribe's priorities, and then action alerts and more. We will continue regular coordination of regular tribal lawyer lobbyist calls to encourage coordinations for the advocacy on the Farm Bill. We will also host additional fly-ins to advocate for Indian country's Farm Bill priorities before Congress and the administration. Your voices are fundamental to advancing and including tribal priorities in the next Farm Bill. Thank you, and let's get to work.